Package.json, bower.json, and Composer.json are configuration files used in different package management systems in web development. Here's a brief explanation of each. Package.json. Package Management System, NPM, Node Package Manager. Used in Node.js projects. Purpose: Package.json is a JSON file that lists the dependencies, scripts, metadata, and other configurations for a Node.js project. It is used by NPM to install, manage, and update project dependencies. The file includes information such as the project name, version, author, entry point, dependencies, dev dependencies, and scripts. Bower.json. Package Management System, Bower. Used in front-end web development projects. Purpose: Bower.json is a JSON file used to define the dependencies and configurations for front-end libraries and assets. Bower is a package manager specifically designed for managing front-end components and assets. The Bower.json file specifies the name of the project, its dependencies, CSS frameworks, JavaScript libraries, etc., and other settings related to the project. Composer.json. Package Management System, Composer. Used in PHP projects. Purpose: Composer.json is a JSON file used to define the dependencies, auto-loading, and other configurations for PHP projects. Composer is a dependency manager for PHP that allows you to manage project dependencies and libraries. The Composer.json file includes information such as the project name, version, auto-load rules, dependencies, and other settings. Composer uses this file to install, update, and manage the project's dependencies. These configuration files play a crucial role in managing project dependencies and ensuring that the required libraries and packages are installed correctly. They enable developers to define and manage project-specific requirements, making it easier to share and collaborate on web development projects. Let me clarify the difference between Package.json and Package.json in Node.js projects. Package.json. Purpose: Package.json is a configuration file that describes the metadata, dependencies, and scripts for a Node.js project. Contents: it includes information such as the project name, version, author, entry point, dependencies, dev dependencies, and scripts. Usage: developers manually define the dependencies and their versions in the dependencies and dev dependencies sections of the Package.json file. It serves as a manifest of the project's dependencies and allows other developers to easily install and manage them. Package.json. Purpose: Package.json is automatically generated by NPM to provide a deterministic and reproducible dependency tree for a project. Contents: it includes detailed information about the exact versions of the dependencies installed in the project, along with their transitive dependencies. Usage: when you run npm install, npm uses the Package.json file to ensure that the exact versions of the dependencies listed in Package.json are installed. This file helps to maintain consistent installations across different environments and ensures that the project will use the same versions of dependencies regardless of where it is deployed. In summary, Package.json is the manually maintained configuration file that lists the dependencies and other project details, while Package.json JSON is automatically generated by NPM to provide a precise snapshot of the dependencies and their versions for consistent installations. To clarify, there is no bower lock file in Bower. Instead, Bower uses a file called bower.json for configuration and dependency management. Here's the explanation. Bower.json. Purpose: Bower.json is a configuration file used by Bower, a package manager for front-end components and assets. Contents: it includes information such as the project name, version, author, dependencies, and other settings related to the project. Developers manually define the dependencies and their versions in the Dependencies section of the Bower.json file. Usage: Bower uses the Bower.json file to install and manage front-end dependencies. When running Bower install, Bower reads the Bower.json file and retrieves the specified dependencies from remote repositories or local sources. It then downloads and installs these dependencies into the project. In PHP development, Composer.json and Composer.lock are files used by Composer, a dependency manager for PHP. Here's an explanation of each. Composer.json. Purpose: Composer.json is a JSON file that defines the dependencies, auto-loading rules, and other configurations for a PHP project. Contents: it includes information such as the project name, version, author, auto-load rules, dependencies, and other settings. Usage: developers manually define the required PHP packages and their versions in the Require section of the Composer.json file. Additionally, they can specify auto-loading rules to facilitate class auto-loading. The Composer.json file serves as a blueprint for managing project dependencies and facilitating the installation and update process using Composer. Composer.lock. Purpose: Composer.lock is a file that is automatically generated by Composer when dependencies are installed or updated. Contents: it includes detailed information about the exact versions of the dependencies installed in the project, along with their transitive dependencies. Usage: when you run Composer install or Composer update, Composer reads the Composer.json file and checks the Composer.lock file. If the Composer.lock file exists, it installs the exact versions of the dependencies specified in it. This ensures that the same versions of dependencies are installed consistently across different environments. The Composer.lock file also prevents unintended updates to the dependencies since Composer will use the exact version specified in the lock file. In summary, Composer.json is the manually maintained configuration file that lists the dependencies and other project details, while Composer.lock is automatically generated by Composer to provide a precise snapshot of the exact versions of dependencies installed in the project.